Located less than 2 miles away from the San Diego coastline, Cultivaris Hemp is one of the leading suppliers of young hemp plants to farms across the country, while also providing commercial consulting services to help guide new farmers through the litany of local and federal hemp regulations. So let's have a chat today with the members of the Cultivaris team to see what it takes to run a successful commercial hemp farm.
My name is Berenice Poole. I am the Director of Customer Service and Sales for Cultivaris Hemp. At Cultivaris Hemp, we provide follow-up throughout the whole growing process. So we feel that once you have the plants in your hands, our job just started. We have a very involved follow-up after you purchase the plants. We want to make sure the plants are looking happy. We want to make sure you know what to do with them. We want to make sure they are developing to fulfill the farmer's expectation. And we also want to educate the farmer. And this is something that we do at no extra cost. We noticed last season that there was a little bit of a disconnect with the farmer as of how important the final quality of their product was. So we made a big effort on educating our farmers about the last part of the process. Okay, you grew the plant, you harvest, you store it, but now there is a big part on what emphasis you put on your final quality. In California, to be able to grow hemp, you need to have a license. So everybody that contacts us is farmers that already have a license and that they have decided to grow hemp. Some of them, this is their first time growing hemp, and those are the farmers that make us very excited that they reach out to us, because we have a whole system in place to help new farmers. We have our education department, we have our production team available to walk them through the process of which varieties to select, how to take care of the plants when they get them, what to expect. So we are ready to take on the opportunities of the new hemp farmers. Some of them have been in agriculture for many years and they are just switching to hemp for different reasons. It could be because it's a more profitable crop for them. It could be because they find value on what the plant provides to the environment, to the opportunities because it's a new market. When we are approached by new hemp farmers, the first thing we want to find out from them is if they are aware of how labor-intensive hemp farming is. There are very different stages when growing hemp, which can make it different from other crops. So we want to make sure they know that they are going to need extra labor, they are going to need extra storage area, they are responsible for drying and curing their crop. So we want to make sure that they have all these stages in their mind so they are ready to grow hemp. The last thing that we want to make clear they know is that there are different purposes for their harvest. We want to make sure they are sure if they want to go into the extraction biomass sector or if they want to use it for smokable hemp. So this will determine which varieties they use, as well as what kind of equipment or storage space they are going to need after harvest. But I would say the main thing we want to get from them is we want to make sure they have a well thought out plan in mind so they can be successful. So our goal is not to just allocate plants all over the place. We really want to make sure that our farmers find success and they are so excited that they are motivated to continue next year.
We try and help farmers find markets for their flower. So we have an active team that's working to sell smokable flower. So we offer a buyback program for our customers. If they buy plants from us, we will actually offer the opportunity for them to sell their flower back to us at an agreed upon rate. We also help match them with other business opportunities. A lot of people come our way looking for farmers to grow for them, and so we try and play matchmaker in that way, because one of the challenges of growing hemp is that the farmers often don't know where the flower is going until they already have it. And that really creates problems because, as we've seen in many circumstances in the last 2 seasons, there's more flower produced and at a varying quality level than there are buyers to buy it, and that leaves farmers underwater. So we try and avoid that by helping them think through what they're doing before. Often we talk them into growing less, and then we help them execute on their plan and help them sell the flowers so that they can make a profit as well. Farmers who are interested in getting into the hemp business need to really consider the regulations in the jurisdiction that they're working in. Some counties in California are great, and other counties are a complete nightmare. A lot of this depends on where you live, unfortunately. It's not fair, but it's the reality of the market. So doing your research first, understanding the regulations you have to comply with, and figuring out whether you can actually reasonably do that. Second is figuring out who your customer is. I don't believe that farmers should grow hemp if they don't have a plan for what to do with the flower or the extract. Way too many farmers have gotten in neck deep and have ended up in bankruptcy because they spent too much money investing and they didn't have a home for their plants. So I think it's really critical to make sure that you know where your flower is going to be sold before you get started. And then join an association. Network with other hemp farmers. Listen to what's going on in their world. Talk to them regularly. Work together to share knowledge. This is a new industry, and there's so much that we don't yet know that we have to figure out. And it's a lot more efficient if we figure these things out together. Hemp farmers are willing to share their knowledge and information with others, and I think that's really critical to being successful. To have a group of people you can say, hey, I need some help. And so those things I think are really critical to being successful in hemp.